because psychoepistemology really, in loose terms, means the way we see the world through our experiences, our education, what career we've taken, the journey of our life, really, and how much of that is our real truth and how much of it affects our health. I've focused this on health because I have this enormous passion for healing the planet. There's a duality in the planet, but there's also this new species of people that are developing in a beautiful way, which is bringing health to themselves and to their world, their healers. They have been willing to flip the coin, if you like, of aeons of skewed thinking. They've been willing to look at their duality, the duality meaning the way they think. You know, we've got these labels like mindfulness, and mindfulness is really good in creating a witness awareness. However, this discussion is talking about what is beyond mindfulness and how we can look at our thinking as two ways. There's fear-based and there's love-based, and the fear-based thinking that creates trauma and drama and ill health in our life. Whereas when we connect with our God self, I call it, our God self, our light, that which is our innate gift that we were given when we were born, and if we can connect with that and embody it and just live that light, we are creating a world of healing, a world of health, a world of renewal. The whole epistemology of this wise vibe evolution, I call it, is about, if we can just flip that coin in the old thinking, how we can make so many changes while we just sit in our beautiful purity of light and love that is our God self, and how we can get to that. Putting your agenda aside and looking at the whole world without its labels. There's no labels. We have a pure source energy, which is really just is, until the consciousness, the spark of consciousness within it creates a form. Now, this goes into the process of manifestation, but for this, we're talking about using that energy for our own health and for healing of others as well. The energy that we focus on is the energy of pure source instilled with God. Now, how do you get rid of all of the debris that gets in the way of that? The stuff that is fear-based, because there is fear-based and there is love-based, and the fear-based is what creates trauma and anxiety and depression. The sympathetic nervous system will take over. Their cortisol levels go up and their happy hormones, their DHEA, go down, and they get into a place of their physical body starts to break down. So the source of all of this is on the astral plane, which is the mental plane, which is where you do your thinking. It's something you don't see. Our mind creates all the time. Every moment of the day it's creating. What is it that you're creating? Is your mind instilled and infused with your God-given beautiful emotions? Because it is the emotions that will tell us when we're off track. It's the emotions that will tell us when our mind is skewed. It's the emotions that will tell us that we need to be back into center. So an emotion is a thing that needs to be listened to, because it is the gift. It is the gift for you to recognize that when your thinking is either in order or out of order. The emotion tells us whether we're in our love space or our fear space. An emotion feels good or it feels bad. Anxiety, depression, apathy, grief, all of those emotions that people do not recognize and try to stuff down, either with food, with alcohol, with drugs, with smoking, because they don't like the feeling of their emotion, not recognizing that the emotion itself is the gift telling your whole energy system that you're out of your God space. It's a practice thing. It's a willingness thing to take on board the fact that you have a choice. We have free choice. And we have free choice to indulge in our emotions and get attention from other people, or go and tell our story to somebody. But the fact is, there is a moment of choice every moment of every day to stay in a place of wallowing, a place of power. So the free choice is our power. So if we're willing to transmute the energy that is the darker energy, the denser energy of what we are feeding, what we are filtering down from our astral mental plane into our emotional body, because it's our thoughts that create our emotion. We don't listen to our emotions. We start to embody it in our physical being. So there's filters. There are many, many, many different layers of energy within our God self. But our beliefs and our feelings and our words and our visions are distorting it by our psychoepistemology, if you like. For the first stages of actually being willing to embody your God self, imagine as a beautiful golden, platinum, crystalline light, and charges your energy system with the best of everything, the heaven that is your birthright, your gifts, all of that wisdom that you've got. It's not irrelevant. It's absolutely beautiful. It just gets distorted with fear-based thinking. To be able to create health and connect to your God self, you need to actually connect to your soul. The soul is your eternity, that which has experienced all experiences in life. That's what connects us to everybody and everything, and it's held in light. The word enlightenment means to bring up that dense vibration of those fear-based thinking and hold them in the light and feel them in your heart and breathe them through your heart, because the breath gives us life, and the breath of light and life and blessings and God gives us the ability to create health in every cell of our body. Once you step into a willingness to actually become an ascended master of your energy system, you have gone more than halfway there, because the energies that exist to support you, and there are many, many of them, start to fall in place, and they'll bring up opportunities for you to work through something that needs to be worked through, so that you can get into the place that you want to embody, which is health, which is peace, which is compassion, which is unconditional love, which is your heaven on earth. Now, your heaven on earth may be a different heaven than mine, because it holds a different sort of desire, but it is your gift that was given to you at birth. So you might as well start actually claiming your gift by stepping into your own willingness, your own power, which is your free choice. And the demonstration of your power is by choosing to be in the love-based thoughts, the love-based emotions, the love-based breathing, the love-based connection with the most amazing, miraculous energy that exists. And so many people, the new species of humanity, is connecting to. But yeah, you look at the news and you can see the duality, which is exactly a reflection of the duality that we have inside of our own consciousness. We make a choice to take, okay, I'm going to follow that path, because that path is the path that creates renewal, refresh. It saves our planet, it saves our soul, it saves our physical being, it saves the people that we work with, it saves our patients, our clients, because we are channeling the best, purest, beautiful light and blessings, cleaning our own energy system. We're now creating healing. The amazing education that you have behind what you do and the words that you use are they just drop in the right place. Instilling all of that with your God self is the only way to make a systemic change in our health system. We need to be the lights that we are, and we need to display and connect with others that haven't got the ability to flip the coin and see that we have a filter and we're distorting that filter. We need to look at that filter and say, no more. This energy system will no more tolerate any fear-based thoughts. This energy system reminds us when we're out of our God self by our emotions. And it reminds our thoughts to change so we can stop, we can breathe. Just stopping to breathe can create a huge difference. Just knowing that fear-based thinking does not belong in an energy system that is living on this planet, that is willing to express itself in its unique purpose. So the attitude can change just by stopping, breathing, and connecting with an attitude. What would you like from worry or fear? The opposite. So you start to focus on higher level thinking, which is the solution. You don't focus on the problem. So you raise your level of thinking, and by raising your level of thinking and providing solutions and breathing in the love that you have, that you've connected with in the past, you connect again to that. We use NLP techniques and all sorts of things to come back to that love space. And by just breathing in that love, you're starting to turn the neural pathways on that connect your mind to the light. And it lights up that brain, and you start to see new solutions, and you start to see that there is a possibility to get out of this entrenchment or this place that is creating havoc in our energy systems. So in the mental health area, it is an amazing tool to breathe in the love and to light up those neural pathways. Of course, what gets in the way is not just fear-based thinking. It's where they've gone to with the needs that haven't been met in life. Turning this around a little bit, because I'm talking about what you do with who you work with as well. You know, the people that haven't had their needs met will always find a way of getting them met in some way. And they will find a way like, okay, I'll go to drugs because that lifts me out of my emotional state. I don't know how to manage that emotional state. So I'll, eat too much, or I will take drugs, or I'll do this, and my behaviors change, and I create this rut of destruction, really, for my physical health, for my mental health, for my spiritual health, because it darkens people. What is the difference, I'm asking you, between taking street drugs to get out of that feeling and taking an antidepressant that's prescribed by the doctor? There's no difference. It blocks your energy system. It blocks you from being connected to your God self. It blocks you from being the beautiful I am presence that you are, that is your truth. And coming out of it is a joy. It's a joy to have new life. It's a joy to recognize that, okay, it's now time to start the process of expressing our true wisdom, our true selves in an enlightened and beautifully heavenly way. And that in itself brings health. Every day and every way you're creating, you might as well create the truth. You might as well create heaven on earth. You might as well create health. And you might as well start recognizing that what is it that I want, and creating through unconditional love. It's around forgiveness. It's around compassion. It's around peace. It's around harmonious living, and it's an expression of who you are, because once you become that, you embody that. It's a practice, of course, with affirmations in some instances, but luckily with hypnotherapy, we can actually help our patients infuse their cells with love. It's a resonance that actually brings those beautiful words right into the cellular memory and can create a deep healing. Every challenge that we look at as a problem is really a solution for our soul to become more and more attuned to God. So if we can look at it that way, remembering that every problem that has been on this earth for so many aeons of time hasn't been fixed with the same level of thinking as it was created. It hasn't been fixed with greed. It hasn't been fixed with power over. It hasn't been fixed with pills. It hasn't been fixed with, you can go on forever, the same sort of education. It's only fixed with a higher level of thinking. And to create a higher level of thinking, you must be willing to infuse that level of thinking with a solution. What is it that I want to happen here? I want a healthy body. So I envisage my body healthy, and I feed that visualization with the best love that I can possibly connect to, the best light that I can possibly connect to. And I will not tolerate any fear-based emotions or thoughts in that energy vibration. So we're talking vibration. It's raising your vibration into the place of peace, into the place of health, into the place of compassion, into the place of forgiveness, into the place of joy, into the place of wealth. That's the part of manifestation that people are not recognizing, is the fact that it needs to be infused with God's self, and that is our birthright. All of those things that we have as possibilities, there's no limit to them. And where does that come from? It comes from our imagination. It comes from our unconscious mind, which is cluttered with debris, but it also has amazing creative abilities. And there we go back to choice again. We choose to dissolve all of those fear-based thoughts and connect to that which is our limitless possibilities. Yes, you can create health. Yes, you can create wealth. Yes, you can create heaven on earth. You can create the qualities that you wish to be, because they all are available to you. Every answer is available to you. When you connect to your God self, when you connect to your eternal wisdom, your soul is eternal. When it is infused with the light and the love and the attunement with God, you create health, create healing.